Hi guys, John here from LookSmart Home Inspections right here in New Jersey. And today I want to talk to you guys about something really important is how do you pick the right home inspector for your home inspection project? There's so many of us here in New Jersey. I think there's like some 1,200 home inspectors in New Jersey right now. And it's difficult for you, the consumer or the client, to kind of narrow down that list to make a short list of prospective home inspectors that are going to be good for you. So what I want to do, and I think I touched on this in other videos, but what I kind of want to do is just go through some simple ideas, some simple things that can help you sort of narrow down your home inspection choices. So the first thing obviously is experience, and home inspection is a profession that's built on experience. And yes, new home inspectors, they do come up through the system and they do take classes, and then they do attend 12 practice home inspections in the field. They're called mentoring inspections, which is great. And I'm actually a mentor for these guys. But when you're choosing a home inspector, I mean, you're spending so much money on a house in New Jersey, $600, $700, $800 million plus in some cases. You want to make sure that the home inspector you choose that has plenty of experience. So when you're interviewing that home inspector, I want you to ask the question, how many years have you been a home inspector, and how many home inspections do you perform a year? So, home inspectors generally, I can speak for myself. I work 5 days a week now. Working the weekends has just got a little bit too much. And I like to, circle back, pick up radon test over the weekend, spend time with the family. So if you have a home inspectors working 5 days a week, say 50, weeks a year, they're going to be performing, say, 250 home inspections per year, times the number of inspection years that they are in the profession. So, take for example, in my case, I performed like say almost close to 7,000, fee purchase home inspections here in New Jersey, which is a lot. I've been doing this for 22 years. So you want to make sure that you interview your home inspector and they have plenty of real world in the field experience. Now, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, and there's going to be a lot of pushback, I'm sure, you don't get comfortable in doing home inspections till you do at least 1,000 home inspections, in my opinion. And even 1,000 home inspections is not enough. You really need to, it's a profession where you see different things every day, and you continue to learn and build on your knowledge base as you go through, and you learn what to look for in homes as far as defect recognition. So ask the question when you're interviewing your prospective home inspectors, how many years have you been in the profession and how many home inspections have you performed? It's difficult to make it in this business part-time. There's a lot of cost involved with being a home inspector. So, be careful of also the part-time or weekend warriors in this business. You want to really make sure that you have somebody with years and years and years of experience with thousands upon thousands of home inspections under their belt, so you can feel confident that that person is going to protect you as they're doing the home inspection, and they know what to look for in the home that you're thinking about buying. So ask the question, how many years of experience and how many home inspections have you performed? The home inspector that you choose should be a member of one of the major associations in the country. And one of them is ASHI and one of them is InterNASHI. So those are the two major home inspector associations. And the reason why that's important is to choose a home inspector that's a member of one or hopefully both of those associations is that there is a continuing educational requirement for both of those associations. So not only does the home inspector have to meet the state requirements for educational credits, they also have to meet the association's requirements for educational credits. And if the home inspector you choose is a member of both of those associations, then he has to meet the educational requirements of both of those associations. And the credits revolving both of those associations is different. So you can rest assured that if you choose a home inspector that is a member of one, but hopefully both, that he or she has a dedication to furthering his education in the profession, not only It's augmenting what he's learning in the field, actually doing home inspections. It's a nice add-on because he's spending hours and hours also learning from these major professions and from other home inspectors throughout the country. So look for that. Internashi and ASHI membership, hopefully both, and that'll also help you sort of reduce your list of potential home inspectors that you are looking for. You have to find yourself a home inspector who's comfortable with you attending the home inspection. So there's a lot of home inspectors who will just kind of do a walkthrough or a summary with you at the end of the home inspection, or not want you to attend at all. Frankly, this is garbage and you shouldn't stand for it. So any home inspector worth his salt with years and years of experience is going to welcome you to attend the home inspection and have participation. So if the home inspector that you're thinking about choosing does not allow you to participate or tells you to come at the end of the inspection, 17 red flags should come up. What is the home inspector afraid of? Why can't he answer my questions? And what's the problem here? So you're spending good money on a house and also good money on a home inspection. You should be able to attend the process to the level that you are comfortable with. Now, some people don't want to attend. Some people don't want to follow me around the house. But you know what? I certainly welcome you attending and contributing to the home inspection, asking me questions throughout the home inspection process, watching me do my job. And I take pride in what I do. So yes, for sure, you should attend your home inspection, and you should hire a home inspector who's comfortable and willing to have you to tag along during the home inspection. There's really no cut and dry about this. There's really no ambiguity. You need to hire a home inspector who will allow you to attend your home inspection, period. You have to hire a home inspector who creates a detailed, long narrative report. And some people are going to push back and say, oh, John, your reports are too long. They have too many photos. That's nonsense. I've never once had a customer say to me, John, you know what? You took too much time making my report. You put too many details. You put too many pictures in my report. I'm not going to hire you again. Not once in 20 plus years has that ever happened. Not once. So what you should do is hire a home inspector who is willing to take the time to create you a report that's fully narrative, loaded with pictures, and is actually useful. So the home inspection report should have a picture of the defect and a description of the defect, what to do about it, and the potential ramifications if you don't do anything about the problem. And this is very helpful for you because it kind of allows you to understand the big problems in the home. Yes, we're looking at all the issues, small, medium, and big problems. And generally, you're going to make a list of maybe 10 of the largest issues to ask the seller for credits or to remediate, right? But you have to understand what those issues are. So by you attending the home inspection, coupled with a very detailed 100 plus home inspection report full of pictures of the issues, because you're not going to remember everything in a home. You have to have a photo to go back and to kind of jog your memory so you understand exactly what the home inspector is talking about. If you just have a description with no backing pictures, you're not going to know what is going on. You're going to forget the problem. So make sure to hire a home inspector. This is not an option. You have to hire a home inspector who creates a very detailed narrative report full of pictures. And when you're interviewing home inspectors, I want you to ask for 2 sample reports from that home inspector so you can understand exactly what those reports are going to look like. There should be no surprises. And you know what? If you're not happy with that 10 or 15 page report that was sent to you, you know what? You're not going to be happy with the home inspection report once your home inspection is performed. So I want you to be happy with that home inspection report. Ask for those samples. Don't be afraid. And every home inspector should have some sample reports readily available for their potential clients to review and look at. Hire a home inspector who does a great home inspection report. You need to hire a home inspector who will get reports back quickly. You can't wait 5 days for a home inspection report. 24 hours is a good rule of thumb. So you want to ask your home inspector Will I have my home inspection report within 24 hours? The answer is yes. That's probably one you want to keep on your short list and continue on with the previous of the video and interviewing that home inspector. But if the home inspector says, oh, it's going to be 2 or 3 days to get the home inspection report back, you should think twice. Like I said in the previous segment, that everything now is on a tight window. Sometimes you only have 5 days, 7 days, sometimes 10 days to get all your ducks in a row, get everything back from the home inspection. You can't be waiting 4 days to get a home inspection report back before you start working on the issues and creating your list of demands for the seller. So make sure that home inspector that you hire can get that report back at a minimum within 24 hours. I shoot for 24 hours after the home inspection. That's what you want to look for. Also be aware of home inspectors who say that they can give you the report right after the home inspection. That is absolute garbage, absolute nonsense. What they're doing is just flicking through their software, hitting check marks, general comments, nonsense. It's not tailored to your home. It's not tailored to your specific needs. So beware of home inspectors who tell you that they can produce on-site reports. Yeah, that's fancy. Yeah, that's pretty cool and neat. Is that really going to protect you? The home inspector has to go back, digest what he just saw in the home, create a report. Sometimes these reports take 3 or 4 hours to create. Not kidding. Sometimes they take as long as the home inspection is to perform. So do you want to settle for the same, you're paying the same amount of money most likely. Do you want a home inspector who actually goes back, takes 3 to 4 hours to create your report, is looking at the defects, is digesting the information in the house and creating a report that's tailored for that specific house? Or do you want a checklist full of nonsense that is produced at the time of the home inspection? You don't want that. Hire a home inspector, narrative reports done the next day. That's what you're looking for when you hire a home inspector. You need to hire a home inspector who has hundreds of positive reviews online. Now, this is becoming interesting because when I first started, there was just a few of us that were getting positive reviews. And now it seems like everybody and their mother has, 5-star reviews. So you have to make sure that you do more than just look at the reviews. Actually do the home inspection interviewing on the phone, ask that home inspector questions. But you know what? Reviews are still important. And reading those reviews can give you an underlying basis of what that home inspector is about. So you want to look for words like thorough, comprehensive, lots of pictures, narrative reports, took his time, was early to the home inspection, did a good job in following up, was available after the home inspection for questions, answered all my questions during the home inspection. So those reviews are important because it gives you a sort of more detail in what is important to the home inspector. What is the home inspector doing for past clients? And most likely that track record will continue for me, a new client of that home inspector. So don't poo-poo looking at reviews. I know that most of us have a lot of positive reviews now, but read them. And also read the negative reviews for the home inspector. Because a good home inspector will have tons and tons of positive reviews from actual clients, and then he or she is likely to have a few negative reviews from sellers. Right? Because we find things in homes and real estate is an emotional ball game, right? It's an emotional business. So sellers are sometimes going to get agitated and upset at us, even though the things are true in their home. And you should look for a couple of negative reports from sellers in that list of positives that the home inspector has, because you know what? That's actually telling you that home inspector is doing his or her job. So definitely look at those reviews, make sure they're positive, read the comments, and look for the negative seller reviews in that list. There should be a few from sellers that are negative. That'll help you understand that the home inspector is actually in the house looking for defects, trying to protect your interests. You need to hire a home inspector who has a good follow-up, who has the ability to answer your questions after the home inspection is over. Is it difficult for that home inspector to get back to you? Do you have to wait 2 or 3 days to get a response via email or phone or text from the home inspector? That is not what you're looking for. You want to ask the question during your home inspector interview. is that, hey, are you going to be available after the home inspection is over, and what is your potential response time to my inquiry? For me, 24 hours the latest. I try to get back to people right away. I understand that this is an important process for people, and that sometimes people have questions after the home inspection. That is normal. If you're giving somebody a 4-hour home inspection, 3.5, 4-hour home inspection, and then creating a 100-page plus report, you know, people are going to have some questions, probably. Not all the time, but sometimes. But if you have questions, you want to be able to reach that home inspector, because everything now, especially in New Jersey, is on a tight window. Everything is a short inspection contingency window, so you must hire a home inspector who is capable of getting back to you readily in a timely fashion. You need to hire a home inspector who takes 3 hours to do a home inspection at a minimum. Home inspections take long. I mean, I can hardly do the outside in an hour, and some home inspectors blow through a house in 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours tops. I can't do that. I'm looking at every single thing that I possibly can visually in a home. Big items, small items, medium items. I'm trying to do my best to tell my client exactly what's going on in the home that they are purchasing, so they can make good decisions about the house. You must hire a home inspector who takes their time. And the best thing to do is hire a home inspector who does one home inspection a day, so they're not rushing to the next job. You don't want a home inspector that 12 p.m. rolls around, they still haven't done the attic, and now they have to rush through the attic because they have to drive an hour to their next job. That's silly. You're paying the same money. Just hire a home inspector who does one job a day, who's comprehensive, who's going to take 3 or 4 hours in the home, taking his or her time, telling you exactly what's going on in the home, so you can make good purchase decisions about this house, so you can protect yourself and your family. Don't settle for garbage. Home inspection should take 3 or 4 hours. There you have it, guys. Just some simple common sense things that help you separate home inspectors from other home inspectors, the really good, great home inspectors from the mediocre or lousy home inspectors here in New Jersey. Remember, there's lousy people in every single profession that still seem to make a living, and they're out there. So you as a consumer need to be aware, caveat emptor, right? You're hiring a home inspector. You need to make sure you do your due diligence in selecting the right home inspector for you, that's going to go the extra mile, that's going to work hard, that takes his profession very, very seriously, and understands that he or she is protecting your interest in the home. Their job is to uncover problems in the house. It isn't to sugarcoat things. It also isn't to embellish problems, but it also is not there to downplay major issues in a home either. So make sure that you're aware of all of these things. Specifically vet and ask questions to home inspectors who you find online, and also home inspectors that are referred to by other referral sources. Separate those home inspectors and hire the right guy for the job. Thanks for listening. I appreciate your support. Any questions, just reach out to John from LookSmart Home Inspections right here in New Jersey. See you next time.